Hello everyone. In continuation with the Fourier series, we'll be going ahead with the half-range Fourier cosine series part 2. Find the half-range cosine series of function where f of x is kx in the interval 0 to L by 2 and it is equals to k into L minus x in the interval L by 2 to L. So that means what this is, first of all, they have asked me half-range cosine series and they have given the interval, total interval as 0 to L. That means here in this particular example, my L is equals to L only. So small l is same as small l. So we do not have to worry about what should be the value of L. So L will remain as L. And here, this is the period, this function is the period 2L. So this function is nothing but is of period 2L. Hence, we have to reduce the part as we are always doing it. So this is our first part and this is the second part we have to deal with. So we have just divided the question into two different parts. So what would be my Fourier series? Fourier series would be a0 plus summation an cos of n pi x by L. This L will be L only. So we'll be going for to calculate a0 and an. a0 is 1 by L integration 0 to L f of x dx, which is again we are just putting the values of f of x in the different intervals. And after that, we have to just go ahead with the integration k into x square by 2, 0 to L by 2, and k into L minus x. The integration of L minus x is Lx minus x square by 2. Integration is from L by 2 to L. And just by putting the upper limit and the lower limit, adjusting the terms and everything, we'll be going ahead with KL by 4. So just pause after this step. Write down here one more intermediate step and just try to get this KL upon 4 as the value of A0. Then AN would be 2 by L integration 0 to L f of x cos of n pi x by L dx. This would give me 2 by L. Then again we are putting the values of the different intervals in both the intervals kx and this one. So again we'll have to go here for the integration by parts. So 2 times k by L is a constant for the first integration. And we are doing it for the first second function. So this is the x is the first, cos of n pi x is the second function, and so on. So therefore x sine of n pi x by L into nx n pi upon L. So just by written it as L upon n pi. So it's in fact it is like n pi by L minus, so this is x. Now this is not first, this is not second. Now this becomes first, this becomes this entire thing. So the second function is nothing but this entire thing as the second function. And therefore it is sine n pi x upon n pi by L is nothing but I am going to get the differentiation of this x is 1 over here, and integration of this entire function would give me minus cos of n pi x by L into L square upon n square pi square integration from 0 to L by 2. Okay, now out of this which bracket would go to 0, that is nothing but this bracket, this sine function will move to 0 for the value of x is equals to 0. What will happen at the value of L equals to L, x is equals to L by 2, that will see it. Similarly, this bracket doesn't have any problem as such. Now, just to check it out, this one. This is for the first bracket, the second first integral. Second integral is L by 2 to L, k times L minus x cos of. So this is again from the both the brackets, both the integrals, we have taken this k out from both the brackets. So this is 2k by L outside from both the integrals, and this is again first, second, first function. So this is my first, this is the second function. So first function as it is integration of the second, minus differentiation of the first here. So this is not the first now. First function here and integration of the second function will come here as this, right? So this is not the second function, and the next function would be equals to 0. Fine. Then after putting the L and L by 2, so if you'll observe here, if I'm putting L equals to x is equals to L here, so L will go off from the angle part and I'll remain here with sine of n pi. And therefore this sine of nx, or ultimately this entire term, will move to 0 at x is equals to L. At L by 2 it will have a value. So sine of n pi is 0, cos of n pi is minus 1 to the power n, cos of 0 is equals to 0. And just by taking out this, so again There is a one intermediate step. I have not done it, this particular step. Pause the video, try to get the answer something like this, because almost similar kind of question we have discussed in the previous session, wherein we have taken it as a part 1. Okay, so this is what is the value of an as 2k L upon n square pi square into 2 times cos of n pi by 2 minus 1 plus minus 1 to the power n. Okay, so f of x is equals to a0. I think this is this minus 1 to the power n would not be here. This would be here. Okay, so this would not be here. This is minus 1 to the power n would come over here, if I'm not wrong here. Just let me check it up. This is yeah, I guess so. Fine. Then what will happen, this f of x is a0 plus summation of a n cos of n pi x by L. Then we are just putting out, oh yeah, this is, I'm right here. This is 1 plus minus 1 to the power n over here. Please do check and note the changes over here in the previous slide where I have already told you. So this is kl upon 4 plus 2kl upon pi square summation of 1 upon n square 2 times cos of n pi by 2 minus 1 plus minus 1 to the power n cos of n pi x. Oh yes. So this is such a big, the value of an will come here. Okay, and now the deduction part is pi square by 8 is 1 upon 1 square plus 1 upon 3 square plus 1 upon 5 square and so on. Now I have to decide, I have to take up a call, what should be the value of x in such a way that I should get something like this kind of series over here. So now again, if you'll observe, it's 1 upon 1 square, 1 upon 3 square, 1 upon 5 square. So I have to choose my value of x in such a way that I'm not getting the value of in such a way that I will not be getting the value at 2, at 3 and so on. That means I don't want the part 1 upon 2 square plus 1 upon 4 square and so on. So 1 upon 6 square and so on. This kind of the terms we do not want it, right? And so that is the reason we have to choose my x in such a way that it should give me something like this, just a odd number terms here. Right now, if I'm putting x is equals to 0 in this particular function, this LHS side will move to 0 because it's kx in the interval 0 to L by 2. So this first interval, and if I'm putting x is equals to 0, this interval that f of 0 would give me here. This is nothing but is equals to f of 0, the value of f of 0. The value of f of 0 will move to 0 just by the first interval, that is 0 to L by 2 interval. And okay, then if I'm putting x equals to 0, so this becomes kl by 4 plus 2k L upon pi square summation of 1 upon n square 2 times. Now I'm replacing every x by 0. So if I'm replacing this will not move to 0 because it's cos of n pi x by n pi by 2. Then here is also not a problem. Then here what will happen, it's cos of 0. So this angle would go to 0 and cos of 0 will always equals to 1. So this is always equals to 1. So that means what, this cos n pi x term would move to 1 because of x is equals to 0 and will remain here with something like this. Now if I'm putting n equals to 1, let us see what will happen here. If we are putting n equals to 1 for this particular thing, what will happen, it is 1 upon 1 square 2 times cos of n, that is 1 pi by 2. So this will give me 0, right? Plus, yeah, I think so. Yes, minus, now n is equals to 1. So 1 plus minus 1 to the power 1 will give me 1. Minus 1 will move to 0. So this particular thing will move to 0 at n equals to 1, right? Now what will happen, I'm not talking about this 2kl upon, I'm just talking about this summation sign. If n equals to 2, what will happen, it is 1 upon 2 square and this bracket would move to 2 times cos of 2 pi by 2. So cos of pi, which is minus 1 here, minus n is equals to 2. So 1 plus minus 1 to the power 2, that is minus 1 to the power 2 will give me 1 plus 1 and this will give me plus 2, right? Plus 2 here. And the next term will again move to 0 because of this cos of 3 pi by 2. So in fact what this cos of n pi by 2 will move to 0 for for n equals to 1, 3, 5, 7 and so on, right? So we have to understand that at those points we will not have the value of this particular, and anyways the cos of 0 will always be 1. So we do not have to worry about this function cos n pi x by L. Right now, this is what we will be getting it. It's 2 minus 2 minus 2 will give me minus 4. So this is minus 4 upon 2 square, minus 4 upon 6 square, minus 4 upon 10 square and so on. Right now it's KL by 4 minus 2KL by pi square, because we have taken this minus out. Again we have taken this out, taken out the 4 away from here. Again something else also come out from this, that is 2 square from the denominator. So 2 square, if this 2 square will come out of this the entire term. So numerator 4 we have, denominator 2 square. So 4 upon 2 square is coming out, that is 4 by 4 will come out of this particular bracket, round bracket. So this will come out and this will become here 1. So that is the reason 2KL upon pi square doesn't have any effect on that. But yes, this minus 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 everything will come out, and that is the reason this plus becomes here minus, right? And when I have taken this 2 square out, it will become 1 upon 1 square plus 1 upon 3 square plus 1 upon 5 square and so on. And therefore we are going to get it just by adjusting the terms, cancelling out something. KL will go off from here and will remain here with pi square by 8 is equals to 1 upon 1 square plus 1 upon 3 square plus 1 upon 5 square and so on. And hence we have addressed the question number 2 as well. So this was the first question we have addressed, that is a find half range Fourier cosine series. Second question is hence deduction part. So deduction part is also has been addressed here. Yes, and this is the self-observation slide wherein I have given you the e to the power x as the function in the interval 0 to L, and half range cosine series in the interval x minus 1 the whole square in the range 0 to 1. That is, again in both the cases the value the range has been given, and the Fourier cosine series you need to calculate along with the 2 answers given to you. Yeah, and if at all you have any query, please let me know in the comment section, and stay tuned for the half range Fourier sine series. Thank you. Happy learning.